Welcome to Craig's Existential Crisis.
Oh, this is such a good podcast. I'm glad you're here. I'm Sarah Thompson.
Hey, come on in. I'm Tom Bigelow.
We'd like you to sit down across from us and look into our eyes while we talk to you about missed connections.
Yeah, you can pretend, if you are somewhere you can be sitting, close your eyes and just imagine we're at a table with you and you're just across from us.
And what do we look like, you ask?
Oh, that's a good question. I look like, you know Martin Freeman from the BBC's The Office and The Hobbit?
Oh, yes.
Okay, so imagine him, but like a little bit blacker.
Okay.
And taller, and with different hair. And that's pretty good.
Okay, well, I was going to say if there was a Muppet version of Hamilton, that's what you look like.
You know what? It's not the first time I've been called a Muppet. And I think
it's this, I think what's doing it for me right now is the sweater you're wearing.
It is the sweater.
It's like primary color stripes, and I cannot help but imagine a Muppet wearing that.
You know what? I'll take it. A Muppet Lin-Manuel Miranda. Okay.
But also a little bit blacker.
A little, well, do Muppets come in black?
Yeah. Do they? Do Muppets come
Here's
in
the thing.
Any skin tones?
Henson Creations, I don't think so. Other Muppets? Other types of puppets?
Of puppets?
Yes.
See, they can't be Muppets if they're
Right.
not a Jim Henson creation.
I just watched the Muppet movie again on Disney Plus, and
You are not allowed to advertise them because I hate that.
Disney Plus shooting for the stars.
I hate it. I'm
Disney
mad.
Plus, but
Stop.
I laughed at the Muppets because they have the offshoot of the off-brand Muppets called the Muppets, which I was like, this is a funny bit. And Dave Grohl is the guy on the drums dressed lightly as animal. Like, it's a good bit. What?
Are the Muppets on Sesame Street? Sorry, I just had a real... Kermit the Frog never appears on Sesame Street?
Sesame Street is... I think they're both Henson.
Yeah, see, now you're wondering.
No.
Kermit...
The Muppets had their own show.
Yes. But Kermit was on Sesame Street, wasn't he, once in a while? Like, who was the main player of Sesame Street? Is Elmo?
Cookie Monster, Big Bird.
Where do they fit in the Muppet verse? In the puppet verse, I guess I should say. In the puppet verse, are they two separate worlds, or do they, like, is Sesame Street down the street from the Muppet House?
They're rival gangs. The Muppets own the town. They started
Big Bird
this shit.
could kill every Muppet.
Big Bird has killed. You can see it in his eyes.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You don't look like that if you haven't killed someone.
No, he's like mellowed out now, but like young Big Bird would fuck you up just for looking at him funny.
Up.
Yeah.
One time, my friend laughed so hard she cried violently because we were talking about how sometimes birds get trapped in Costco. I don't know if you know this, because they have big windows and big doors and stuff. And she was like, "What if Big Bird got trapped in Costco and was just flapping around the ceiling?"
Okay, I can find this. I like this idea that Big Bird, he
has bird instincts.
Has bird instincts. Yes,
he cannot. And that's why I think he's murdered somebody, because, by God, if birds could murder all of us, they would. And they would keep some of us as playthings, but I think they'd kill all of us.
I think they would need some of us to, like, open things that have food in them. Like, when birds put, like, nuts in the road and let cars drive over them so they can get to the inside of the nut.
Some person to just be doing just a constant block circle.
Yeah, unless they learn how to drive, yeah.
Well, don't say never.
Birds are fucking smart, and it is kind of creepy.
Not all birds. Hashtag not all birds are that smart.
Now, I want to hear you say, which birds are dumb?
Sparrows. Sparrows are stupid as fuck. Have you ever met a pigeon you thought was smart? No.
Okay, fine. Whatever. I want to go back to this Muppets and Sesame Street characters being rival gangs thing. I want to go back to this Muppet verse.
Kermit definitely, that was not a fever dream. I'm pretty sure Kermit made an appearance on Sesame Street.
I mean, it must have been a weird, like, one-time crossover
Was
event.
it?
Like, I don't know, Muppet Studios was under refurbishment for the day, and so it would start like a normal episode of Sesame Street, and then Kermit and the gang would show up in a car. Was, hey guys, I hope this is a good time. Sorry, it looks like you're doing your show. Muppet Studios.
No, he had a whole career on Sesame Street.
Whoa,
the program is known for. It is, okay, Sesame Street, this is the Wikipedia page. Okay. The program is known for its images communicated through the use of Jim Henson's Muppets.
Well,
literally, the Muppets were created for Sesame Street.
Okay,
But then they branched off and left. Because, like, I wouldn't consider Big Bird to be a Muppet, but is he?
I think there's a difference. There's like the Muppets, and then there's like a Jim Henson Creature Shop creation.
But they say that the Muppets were created to be on Sesame Street.
Yeah, so that is what I believe to be true.
Kermit lived on Sesame Street.
Okay, so they all grew up in...
I just think that Miss Piggy's a little too sensual for children. So was she invited?
To
She's
Sesame
sexy.
Street?
She's got breasts.
I'm not denying it. I think the Muppets always had an adult... more adult tilt. I mean, not as adult as you can get, obviously, but Jim Henson did do some, like, adult Muppet shit on, like, Saturday Night Live.
Have you been watching Muppet porn? Some adult Muppets?
No, not that adult.
Get out of here.
I just mean, like, Jim Henson did stuff on SNL.
The Muppets are an ensemble cast of puppets known for their absurdist burlesque and self-referential style.
Burlesque.
I
guess.
Who else does Fozzie Bear take his coat off and he's just a naked man underneath? I don't like it. I don't want to think about it, and I don't like it.
Waka waka.
Stop it.
I can't really do any Muppet except for Kermit and Beaker.
Now I have to, I'm not going to research this right now because I will fall down a hole, but I do have to find out where the rift between Sesame Street, like when do the Muppets become too adult for Sesame Street?
Why isn't that the movie they've made? Why isn't there some like behind the music style mockumentary about the Muppets and the Sesame Street gang all getting along until one day Kermit decided to like go
branch
a little
out.
blue?
Well, isn't that kind of, well, I guess not. He pulled like a, I don't know the Muppets characters well enough. Who's the blue one with the penis nose?
Gonzo. Yeah. The one that fucks chickens is Gonzo.
Oh. Isn't that the plot of one of the Muppet movies? Is Gonzo, like, wants to go home? Or is that Fozzie Bear that wants to go home?
I don't know. There's been a lot of Muppet movies. I can't guarantee that I've seen them all.
Okay. Well.
Maybe. Sounds right. I'm sure one of them at some point wants to go home.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why not?
What?
There is one. I think there is one where Gonzo, like...
He like finds out he's an alien or something and
wants
like
to see his family.
Yeah, he wears a Hawaiian shirt in it. I feel like the Muppets were kind of just a fever dream. My mom owned the Muppets Beach Party CD, and we used to play it all summer, every summer. And they do a really good cover of "Down by the Boardwalk."
Nice.
By the sea. It's a bop.
Look, Muppets, they got good jams.
They got whole soundtracks.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that is that burlesque?
No.
Is that burlesque?
No.
Is this burlesque?
It doesn't count as burlesque or not. A quick pop culture quiz.
What made the Muppets burlesque?
I don't know. I truly don't know. This isn't something we can get into right now because we will fall down a hole.
I am totally comfortable just dedicating this whole episode of this podcast to figuring out more about the Muppets.
Okay, well, I now just looked up burlesque, and burlesque is not what we think it is.
What the shit?
Burlesque is a literary, dramatic, or musical work intended to cause laughter by caricaturing the manner or spirit of serious works.
So, yeah, I mean, there's, like, parody.
Oh,
and,
they're all parody. Totally. I just thought burlesque, we were both thinking,
just like big feathers,
big feather fans,
naked
ladies behind the feather fans who are really good at moving quickly.
And, I mean, I think in a lot of contexts, when you hear the word burlesque, even professionally, that's what people are, like, suggesting.
So... Everyone at home, you can rest easy knowing that there is not a sexy Kermit fan where he's wearing little nipple pasties.
You don't have to go far on the internet to find that.
He could have lily pads and be like, wonk, wonk, whoa, 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 whoa.
It ain't easy being green.
Throw that green. Have you ever been to a burlesque show?
No.
I haven't either. I just was like, I was assuming they throw money on stage, but I don't think that's true.
I don't think so. I have a friend who actually does burlesque or did burlesque.
You should ask them if they ever get money.
If they ever get money from them. That might be offensive to ask. I don't know.
It might be. Maybe don't.
But I do remember now seeing their ads and stuff, and like there's a lot of parody. Like they would do like themes. So it'd be like a video game theme, and I think she did one dress as like basically like a sexy Luigi. So it's like there's humor in it.
That's fun. That's a hoot.
Yeah,
we're into it. I could do Shrexy burlesque.
You could do. Yeah. Oh, now I'm trying to think of a whole burlesque show themed after Shrek and Shrek characters.
It's so easy. It's so easy already.
It's very easy. So obviously Fiona, whatever. But
like Donkey, let's talk about that. Let's talk about Pinocchio. Let's talk about the fairy godmother.
Oh, dancing to I Need a Hero?
Yeah. The soundtrack would be fire.
Yeah.
Before we talk too much about Shrek, should we start the show?
I guess. I mean, I just want to talk more about Shrek and Muppet gangs. But yeah, let's start the show. This will probably be more interesting than that, I'm sure.
You caught my eye in the grocery line, and I fancied myself a man worth your time. And I couldn't help thinking, I wished you were mine. A man-seeking woman whose total is 589. I don't do this often. I'm not like the guys, which is why I find myself in a sort of great existential crisis.
Great. Cool. Hey! Again, welcome to Craig's Essential Crisis. We already said our names, so I'm going to say them again. Anyway, for emphasis, I'm Talon Bigelow.
Sarah Thompson.
Why are you so quiet?
Sarah Thompson.
Why are you so
I said
sad?
it already. I said it already.
Well, okay.
Don't like saying things twice.
You don't like saying anything
I
what?
don't like saying things twice.
Made you do it.
Oh! I've been had.
Craig's Essential Crisis, a deep dive through the misconnection section of America's favorite list, and a deeper dive into ourselves.
Hate it.
If you don't know the misconnection section of Craigslist, it's a place for personal ads and chance encounters that the writers of said ads didn't get a chance to act on, so they post them here. Well, not here on Craigslist.
They post them in Talon's house.
They post them in I got a wall covered in sticky notes and Post-its and
And people just walk in and out.
They just walk in and, oh, someone's going, hey, yeah, the wall's over. It's actually a little full. Can you come back later? Thank you. Oh, sorry. Anyway, yeah, they post them here in hopes of connecting. And we are here to sift through the bullshit.
And get to that.
Get
to that connecting.
to that connecting.
Get that C connection. What?
No, I love it.
I thought it was genuine.
It's great. It felt like it could be if our theme song was written by CNC Music Factory.
You mean Mannheim Steamroller?
No, I don't
Who I
mean
just discovered existed this weekend.
We
when
introduced you.
Well, you said this is peak white culture, and I was so excited. I thought I was going to be like, wow, I feel seen. And then...
I don't know that I specifically said that. Maybe it was our friend Mariah. But we were discussing what culture Mannheim Steamroller came up. That much is fair. And
what's his real name? Isn't it like Fritz something?
It was like... Chris?
Fritz? Dave?
Dave?
Doesn't matter. Mannheim Steamroller to you.
It's much better. Anyway,
if you haven't heard of them, look them up because I didn't know they existed
here's the
until
thing. Everyone has
Saturday
heard of them
night.
except for you.
Oh.
Remember, you know this bop. It goes like this. You
You can't sing that because that's like a Christmas song.
It'll summon him.
Oh.
A guy in a
Mannheim.
red polo short sleeve shirt will just appear.
I need a Mannheim. You know what I'm saying?
I need a Mannheim.
You know, a Mannheim Steamroller does kind of sound like a sex move.
Yeah. No, I don't disagree. Well, anyway, we take our misconnections and we read them cold.
Brr.
And do you want me to give you one first?
Yeah, do it.
Okay.
I'm
great.
excited.
Here's the thing. I tried to branch out a little bit and search for things outside of Portland.
Oof.
And
That was a mistake, as it always is.
it kind of was a
What all
mistake.
people who leave Portland realize.
Yeah. Well, here's a good one. Again, I think this is someone in LA using misconnections wrong, but go ahead.
Kissing classes for shy males and females. We are offering kissing classes from our compassionate female models that help teach shy and socially awkward males and females. The classes are structured to teach individuals kissing techniques along with advice on tips on dating. The classes are 1 hour long, broken up into 2 sections. The first half is giving tips and advice, and the second half is role-playing with 2 to 3 different dating scenarios involving kissing. The classes are private and conducted in our office. The classes are being offered 7 days a week from 8 a.m. until 7 p.m. Our office is located in San Dimas. If you are interested in our confidence classes and would like to review our website, please forward your name, age, phone number, and why you are possibly interested in taking our classes. Is it legit? Do we think it's legit? What do we think is happening here?
Well,
what do you think's happening
here's
here?
the thing.
What do you think?
Here's what I think. I think on some level it's legit. If anything, it might be over-exaggerating. With the use of the term models, for example.
That made me nervous. That's the first thing that made me nervous.
So we have paid for some amount of time, maybe, some women for you to kiss.
Models.
Models, they call
I do
them.
like that they say that for males and females, they're trying to be inclusive.
Trying.
However, what about all those non-binary folks who don't know how to kiss?
Yeah, you know
They
what?
are not free of the plague of being bad at kissing.
That has not spread all the way down to San Dimas, I guess.
San Dimas, California. And you know what? To be honest, I'm going to be a little old-fashioned here. They should just learn how to kiss like everyone else did, making out with their pillow. So,
Is that how you learned?
yeah.
Huh.
That's why I'm so good now.
You know, I gotta say, I don't think I ever practiced, and I wouldn't...
What?
Yeah. What?
I need a third opinion. Elena.
Nate, don't
Hey,
bring her into this.
You.
Yes.
Answer loudly. Did you ever practice kissing?
Oh, absolutely.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm not saying it's weird for people to practice. I'm just saying I don't
That's all I
think...
need.
Yeah,
Thank you.
you got it.
I just don't think I personally did. I don't recall practicing.
You just thought you were God. You had a God-given
No,
gift,
no,
and you were ready to lay these luscious lips on everybody
First of all,
without
yes,
any practice.
Yes, they are luscious, but I was also a tuba player, and I feel like that did
my
come
God.
in handy.
Do you just pretend you're playing a tuba every time you kiss someone?
You know why I'm so fucking good at brass instruments? Because I hold the tuba as if it were a lover,
Oh, I hate it.
and when I finger the notes.
Stop.
What?
Stop it!
What? I'm just saying, if you can play a tuba,
You can play a woman.
you can.
A woman.
You can play a woman. You gotta hold it right. You gotta empty the spit valve once in a while.
No.
It's just like
No.
pleasuring a lover.
Please don't empty the spit valve.
You know, when your woman is full of spit and you have to empty the spit valve. I don't know what that really means.
Do you
in
also do
metaphorical
it in
context.
a uniform with a bunch of other people in the same uniform marching around in a room?
Sometimes maybe that's my
I don't know.
kink.
That
You
was
don't
like
know.
that was a weak comparison. I tried. Any hoot. I'm just saying.
So is spit valve. Spit valve means nothing. Or if you think it means something, you should probably get it checked out.
I like it. Well, there is that thing,
What?
Gleeking. You've heard of this.
Oh.
We're not talking about being a fan of the once popular musical TV show Glee.
Once popular? Honey, it's still popular.
Hunty. It's not even on the
I
TV
don't-
anymore.
Hunty.
It's not even on TV anymore.
It's on that Hulu.
Well, but they're not releasing new episodes. Because, trust me, I would know. Because what comes back to haunt me is that cursed Facebook time hop thing that's like,
Yikes.
hey, would you like to see what you were doing 6 years ago? And every single fucking Wednesday at 7 p.m., my fucking Facebook status in 2008 was, can't wait for the next episode of Glee. Boy, oh boy, this Adele cover is going to be so good.
Yeah.
Will Kurt finally come out? Who's Blaine? He's from a Harry Potter musical. I'm excited.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a
damn
nightmare.
close.
Anyways, Gleeking.
Glee. Yes.
Not related to the television show.
Here's the thing.
Have you ever gleeked?
I think it's just the composition of my mouth requires it to happen frequently.
I don't like the phrase, the composition of my mouth.
I'm sorry, but
That
it's,
actually sounds like your solo tuba album.
yeah, it's like me. It's holding a tuba with like on my knee in one hand, and then holding a bunch of roses in the other hand. And my
Yes.
hair is like Kenny
And you're
G
wearing
long.
very fancy black slacks, but
Yeah.
you're shirtless.
The composition of my mouth, and it has a song that goes like this.
Do you think the tuba is a solo instrument?
When I play it, I had some. Here's the thing: there's only like 3 tubas and max in a band, so it always feels like you're playing solo.
That's right, kids. Don't listen to everyone else. Pick a brass instrument nobody else wants to play, and you'll always
Yeah.
be the star.
But my mouth does generate a lot of excess fluid, and ask Elena.
You gleek.
It happens.
You gleek.
It happens a lot, and I can't really. I can't do. It's these big cheeks, and just my fat tongue.
Oh,
I can't help it.
it's okay.
No.
We've all got different compositions of our mouths.
Yeah, some people are meant for woodwinds, and me, my lips are made for tuba, and that's just what they do.
That's what they do.
One of these days, these lips are gonna blow
Tuba
all over you.
Oh, that one was better.
okay.
Yours was better.
Thank you. Listen,
just-
I was the
Gleeking.
butt of many tuba jokes. I know all
Really?
the good ones.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
it's okay. Our band was fucking good.
Jokes on them.
Joke was on them.
Jokes
I've said
on
this
them.
before, I'm pretty sure, but the football players got mad if we missed the game to win first place at something because they always got second place and they needed us, motherfuckers.
Ooh, roasted.
Football players be like, "Where were you guys? We lost because of you." And I'd be like, "I don't think it's because of us, Derek." Football much?
And they'd be like, "Who are you?"
They'd
You'd
be-
be like, "I'm a tuba player."
Yeah, and then we stuff them in lockers. Like, learn to play football better, Derek.
Yeah.
Give me your
I
lunch
think that
money.
was actually an episode of Glee. Did you just rip that directly from Glee?
I don't think so. Was
Do you
it?
remember there was a whole plot point about how sometimes I think about Glee, and there was a whole plot point about how they put like rock salt in an icy because remember they used to slushy people all the time,
yeah.
and there was a whole plot point where somebody went blind because they got slushied with rock salt.
Glee was trying to be a lot of shit, wasn't it, huh?
It was.
It was like, let's be Degrassi. Let's have one of every kind of person so no one can call us racist. No one can call us insensitive. And also, let's, I don't know, I guess do not quite showgirls, but
Almost.
almost showgirls.
There's a new show out. It's called The Candidate, I think. It's about the Netflix preview looked great. I was very excited about it. I was like, this looks witty.
Oh, yeah,
it looks
yeah,
fun.
Ryan
And
Murphy's
Jessica
new show.
Lange is in it. I like her.
Yeah.
I got about 2 minutes into it and had to fucking turn it off. It was so annoying.
Yeah.
And it wasn't, the problem is it wasn't badly done. It was just so annoying. And then I was like, who wrote this? And I looked and I was like, wait, it's fucking Brian Murphy.
Ryan Murphy.
What?
But you're right. He doesn't deserve for us to get his name right.
I can't. His
Yeah.
writing is so,
It's just kind of obnoxious.
And it's the same thing every time.
Yeah. And the only time it ever worked for me was
Tell me about it.
The People versus O.J. Simpson. Because it was like, that was as ridiculous as a Ryan Murphy sitcom.
Film was.
It was just...
Film? Do I call it a film? It's a TV show.
It
Sorry.
was a miniseries, yes. And it was really good and really well casted. And like, if O.J. Simpson did break into song, it would have been like believable.
It probably would have happened.
if the courtroom scene was him singing a song about if the gloves don't fit, you must have quit. Like, yeah, I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
It's
a good, it was pre-built-in rhyme. It was sitting right there for Mr. Murphy.
I was impressed with the amount of restraint Ryan Murphy showed in not making that a big musical number.
If he did one good thing.
One good thing.
He kept us out of OJ the Musical.
Yeah, I'm sure he has it written down somewhere in his like Microsoft Word drafts. Because that's what writers
We've all
write
got
on.
one.
Yeah.
We've all got one.
I've got several. O.J. Simpson
Where did
musicals.
we start with this? Kissing classes.
Kissing classes.
Kissing classes. Do you think it's legitimate?
I think it's legit. I just don't think it's good.
Do you,
I don't know how helpful.
yeah, no, I'm not asking you to lend it any credibility. I'm just
No.
curious if you think it's actually a thing or if it's like a
Literally,
massage
what
parlor.
it sounds like to me, like this is probably hosted by someone who works at that office for some other job, and then at nights
But
asks
it's
if
not.
he can stay late.
That's one of the few things that makes me think it's legit. Is the classes run from 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. So this is a fully daytime operation.
Yeah, for an hour-long class.
And
to
nothing
take place.
bad happens in the daytime.
So he's got to wait for one sucker to email him and being like, "I'm interested in your kissing class," and they're like, "Okay, that's when I'll take my lunch." Sorry, what time? 3 p.m. That's a great lunchtime.
Who are the
for me.
female models?
His like interns that he pays an
I
extra
hate it.
$100.
I hate it so
like,
much.
listen, we got another buyer. Got $100 for
Did
you.
He didn't hit a price point, did he?
Not here. No, you gotta hit them up.
And I love that he breaks down very clearly what the class structure is. The first half is advice and tips. What is one advice or tip
kissing
you would
advice or
give?
tips?
Yeah, what would you, if you were teaching this class, what would be one thing you would say in the first half?
First half,
First half
make
of
sure
class.
those lips are moist. You don't want them to be dry. And you don't necessarily want to just go slobbering all over them. So chapstick.
Moist is a very specific place to be. It's
balm.
not.
Yes,
It's not sopping.
Right.
And it's not dry.
Right. I can't tell you how many times I've gone to a kiss with dry lips and been like, well, now I gotta awkwardly
And then
lick
you get
my
a little,
lips.
it like gets a little stuck.
Yeah, no.
Things get a little stuck because when there's a wet surface and a dry surface,
Doesn't work.
they stick to each other.
Don't work.
And it's not fun.
It's gonna be like a Christmas story.
And then in the second half, because he says he sets up several role-playing scenarios. What would be the role-playing scenario that you think that would apply to?
3 dating scenarios. So dating scenarios involving kissing. So okay, classic one. First date.
Where are you?
At her doorstep, dropping her off at home.
Oh, after the date.
Yeah.
I
but
love
a classic
it.
dating
Oh,
scenario.
you're very chaste. I like it. You waited until that.
I wait till after dinner.
for a kiss.
So you've had dessert, you take her home, and then now you gotta say goodbye. So now
This is scary.
delicate balance. You have to know, 1, is it okay to go for the kiss?
Yeah.
2, how do you leave her wanting more?
Oh.
And
You leave one wet lip and one dry lip.
you give them a 50% kiss, and then you say, hey, you get the other half of that later.
Oh,
You get
that's
the other
good.
half on date 2.
Oh, and then date 2 has to be an activity.
Golf.
Okay.
Not mini golf, just
Full
full-on
golf, 18 holes.
18 holes of
Cart
golf.
and all.
Night golf.
Unless you're a real purist, then there's no cart allowed. NCA. No cart allowed.
What about you? What's a scenario or in the tip that you
Okay.
would provide
Ooh,
in your kissing
interesting.
class?
Okay. First tip. Be confident, but not too confident. Much like the moistness, there's a fine line between kissing someone who obviously is not sure of themselves and kissing somebody who is too sure of themselves. You know, you got to strike the perfect balance.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
That's fair.
So confidence, but not cockiness.
Yeah.
I think would be that.
Because
And
if
then-
you're too cocky,
Because if you're too cocky, then you don't care if you're a good kisser or not. You just assume you are, and you're not.
you just kind of mash your
You
face
just
into their face.
You really go for it, and
Yeah.
it's not
Ugh,
always good.
not pleasant.
And then
Scenario?
the scenario to apply.
yo.
Here's the scenario. It's. Oh,
You just,
I just.
the sound of that's going to be great.
I know. I just wanna
Here's
say
the
I got-
scenario. Zip.
That's the scenario.
That's
There
it. That's the
is.
scenario.
I just like to say I got this very warm sweater from Costco. It has a tiny neck zip. I'm very warm, so I'm trying to get a little air into my neck hole.
Yeah.
And instead, it made it sound like I was taking my dick out.
Yeah.
So,
Welcome to kissing class.
listen to my mom made my grandma listen to this podcast.
Jesus.
I don't know which episode it was, but I hope it was a clean one.
Was there a
There
clean
is
one?
not any
I don't
clean
think there
ones.
was.
We should do
one.
a kids episode.
We should.
Hey, kids.
Hey, we should do a.
Do you want to talk to strangers on the internet?
Let's
We'll
do
like
it.
intersperse it with safety tips so that it's still good.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Okay, save
so
that
the
for
scena-
that episode. But like, so your kissing scenario.
So the scenario. Here's the scenario. It's opening night of your school's fair.
Oh.
It's like the Harvest Festival.
Mm.
You and this cute person that you've always locked eyes with in math class. You finally get up the nerve to be like, "Hey, do you want to ride the Ferris wheel with me?" You're on the Ferris wheel. Guess what happens? Ferris wheel breaks down. You guys are at the top.
Oh no.
You got hours to kill. What are you gonna do?
Hours.
You're gonna role play this. That's what's gonna happen. And now you'll know. You'll know what you can do because how do you keep it interesting? You're gonna be there for a while.
You can't start with kissing.
You can't start with kissing.
Where does it go from there?
You gotta have a lot of like hands on bars, getting closer and closer and closer.
Yeah.
You know,
Let me ask you this.
or you'll have to do one where you're like, "Ee," and somebody rocks and the other person goes, "I'm scared," and then like holds them.
Ah.
Yeah,
Do you have to pretend it wasn't you rocking it at that moment just
it
now?
was a ghost.
Like, oh no! Oh,
I think yes.
Oh, we might
Yes.
die. Better zip.
Oh, did you need that?
Yeah. There we go. Yeah. Okay, that's a good scenario.
Thank you. I think it is too.
I think we're adequately.
I think we're ready for this
eligible to
class.
teach this
Do you think
class.
we could skip straight to level 2? I feel like we've got
Oh.
level 1 down.
I mean, I think so. I think
All
so,
right.
and we'll have to see what the instructor
Then
says.
let's. Do you think? Do you think in order to surpass level 1, you have to give him a kiss, and then based on how good you are, you either get
Oh,
bumped up to
man.
level
It's
2
a-
or you have to take level 1?
That's a one-on-one oral exam.
I hate it.
Ah.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would
rough.
hate to be graded on my kissing, and I think honestly, people should start doing that as a power move. Like you have a date
like
with someone,
right after you kiss somebody, be like,
not
be
right
nice.
after.
Oh.
Go
Text them
home
later?
and then send them in the mail. a little report card.
Genius.
And they're not going to know what it is at first. They're going to know.
And it's like sealed with a kiss, like a red lipstick stamp on the back.
Yes, you're going to be then you're going to open it up and be like, moistness, 7 out of 10. Technique, 3 out of 10.
Oh, so we're not going for the letter system. I like this.
Oh. I mean, we could.
No, it's okay. Numbers
You
good.
know what? Letters hurt more. So let's go with that. So, moistness, B-.
Yep.
Technique, D.
Oh.
Oof, that hurt,
That
right?
hurt.
And just send them a whole full-on report card with like a note section at the bottom. It's like, technique
Pleasure
definitely
to
needs
having
work.
class.
Pleasure to having class. Always turns into work on time. Good D, bad L, which is lips.
What's the good thing?
D,
What's that?
it's a dick.
Anyways.
Hey, should I read one of your misconnections?
Yeah, it's good. Okay.
Give me that. Here we go. Blonde hair, red Lexus, 205 and 14 off ramp. You are so perfectly beautiful and awesome. Smile.
Did you just burp mid-sentence? Is that what just
I did.
Is that what just happened? You're about to be fired from this voiceover work. You really
I won't come into work drunk again. I'm so sorry. I don't know if that's funny to anyone else. It might be cut.
It was kind of funny.
Okay, let's start that over. I was thrown off by the sentence. You'll see why. You are so perfectly beautiful and awesome. Smile. I almost wrecked twice looking at you. All I want is you in my arms, truck guy that was smiling at you. So, let's say that again, because there's no way to understand it on first read.
I'd like everyone to know there's almost no punctuation, so Tomlin is
There's
reading
zero.
it perfectly.
You are so perfectly beautiful and awesome. Smile. I almost wrecked twice looking at you. All I want is you in my arms, truck guy that was smiling at you. I want to try it again.
Okay.
In a more computery voice.
No, that was pretty good, yeah.
Blonde hair, red Lexus. You are so perfectly beautiful and awesome. Smile. I almost wrecked twice looking at you. All I want is you in my arms, truck guy that was smiling at you.
You kind of sound like a computer who's like also an old man who owns a deli.
That's how computers used to sound.
Okay.
Like old men who own delis. So,
Just like this thing, like you're very close to
are
going
you sure
into
you want to quit?
Yes.
Are you sure you want to quit?
Yes.
You are so
Anyways,
perfectly
I
beautiful.
thought that his name was Arms Truck Guy for a
Arms-
hot minute, and I was like, what does that mean?
Yeah.
Like, does he has really buff arms, like, decaled on the outside of his car? Like, could you imagine if there was a car and on the wall, on the door, on the outside of the door was a really buff arm that had been decaled so that it looked like it was your arm if you tucked
Like
your
a
arm
Popeye
inside.
arm.
Yes. So it looked like you were casually hanging your Popeye arm out the window.
But no one would fall for it.
You think?
I would think. God, yeah, it's just kind of easy to follow, and then it goes off the rails real quick.
Truck Arms Guy.
Also, the words "perfectly beautiful" and "awesome" are capitalized.
Yeah, well, I think he's a PBA.
He's a PBA.
Perfectly beautiful, awesome.
Perfectly beautiful, awesome. PBA for PBR.
I just think that awesome, for me, awesome is such a platonic word.
Well,
Like, I would never have the hots for somebody and be like, you're awesome.
no. Okay.
Would you?
I think
It just feels very platonic to me.
It depends on. I feel like that's more like a crush. That's like a friend crush. That's
Okay.
like a not a romantic thing, but it's like a fun fling.
What are you even saying?
I don't know. It just has a different
It's like somebody you'd go to kissing class with, but not somebody that you would actually kiss.
Do you think there are couples going to that kissing class together? Like,
No, I
babe,
think that they're friend. I think that what happens is like we're a couple of nerds hanging out, and we're like, "Hey, this is crazy, but I kind of want to. I want to go to kissing class, but I don't want to go alone." And then you go to. It's
No.
like taking a knitting class.
Brian, I don't want to go to kissing class.
No, we need it.
I don't need it. Do you need it?
Yeah, I need it.
I've kissed lots of babes.
Like who?
Like
Like tits? Where you just get
No?
You can't just say
I was going to say Tiffany. Silverwood. You'll know her. She goes to another school.
That's an elf from your fantasy novel.
No, it's
You
not.
can't just make out with your pillow and call her Tiffany Silverwood.
It wasn't my pillow. It wasn't, I didn't do that.
I just think that we could use some help with the babes.
I think that,
Just sign up for this kissing class,
okay,
dude.
like
I told my mom it's an SAT prep class. She's totally going to drive us there and back. It's in an office.
it's in an office? Idiot. What if it's labeled kissing classes?
They're not going to do that.
I don't
It's like when
know.
you buy sex toys online, they just send it to you in a blank box, I think.
You seem to know a lot about
I
that.
wouldn't know that. I have not bought a fleshlight.
What is a fleshlight?
I don't know. Why did you say that word? I don't know what that is.
You said it. Look, whatever. I'll like go to kissing class and like
Nice.
be an expert at it because I'm really good. It'll make you look bad.
That's fine. Like, there are going to be models there. Female models.
What?
Female models.
Oh,
What just...
I have to go. Vomit.
Oh, okay.
Great.
Great.
And scene.
Wow, we are still stuck on that kissing class.
I mean, how could you not be?
I'm so
But
overwhelmed.
back to truck arms, guys. Breaking this down. If I were to put
it's
punctuation,
Mr. Arms to you.
Sorry, Mr. Arms. So you are so perfectly beautiful. Stop. I think
No.
because the next
And
part.
awesome.
But no, he's talking about the smile is
Oh.
awesome and awesome smile. So remove that and. You are so
Oh.
perfectly beautiful. Stop. Strike out that and. Awesome smile. Maybe exclamation point.
See, I thought it was, you are so perfectly beautiful and awesome. Smile. Like he couldn't write an emoji. So he wrote what he wanted to say.
Maybe this is dictated and not read.
And that's the beauty
Or
of
written.
misconnections,
Yeah.
is they are open for interpretation. And I just wanted to say that. They're like poetry.
He's like still in the car on his hands free. He was like, saw that girl and was like, oh shit.
Hey, Google.
Hey Google.
You're going to wake your
Oh,
listening device up. You're going to wake your listening
it's
device
already
up.
up.
Yeah. Because it's always fucking listening.
No, I just-
Fuck you, Google. Fuck off.
Stop it. Oh, what did it say?
I think it said I was the nicest person ever.
Oh.
Fuck you, Google.
So, Alexa. Hey, Alexa. Go ahead and open misconnections. No shit. Go to Craigslist.com. Type misconnect. Select misconnection.
I found recommendation for you. Kissing classes in your area.
Shit. What? I mean, save that as a note, but also go to my web browser and go to misconnections. Fuck it. Google misconnections. And okay, and say new misconnection. Blonde hair, red Lexus. And body. You are so perfectly beautiful and awesome. Smile. I almost wrecked twice looking at you. All I want is you in my arms. Truck guy that was smiling at you. Nah.
And post. Send post.
Send.
Post.
So it's still not as fluent and
I think it's
Good.
it's beautiful.
I don't know.
I think it captures the heat of the moment in the right way. Sometimes you have to sacrifice grammatical correction for capturing the tone of a moment.
yeah. No, something we're not addressing is this person's reckless driving.
They are. They almost unless they mean like wrecked themselves.
Well, that's also bad and reckless,
Wrecked
maybe.
themselves.
Make that face at me. Yeah. Have you ever just like almost died? Someone was so attractive.
I've gotten very distracted while driving, but not because of attractive people. Usually it's I'm like, but that's a great tree. I should remember to come back here again. And then I almost
Yeah.
run into a post box.
Or is that? Hey, wait, that's a new Red Robin. is that Red Robin? Oh shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Things like that have happened to me.
What's that? Or a billboard that's just so funny.
Oh, Washman billboards.
Oh.
Love it. They are a Portland treat. If you're not in Portland, you're missing out. They're purely clip art, and I love them.
It's so weird.
They're my fave.
There was a billboards ever make you angry?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you going to talk about that chicken one?
I was going to talk about fat cupcake. What chicken one are you talking about?
No, we've talked about the chicken one before.
Okay.
On an earlier podcast.
You're right.
What's
Fat
the fat
cupcake. That's a cupcake store whose billboards all just seem to be... It's called Fat Cupcake, and it would all be like, I don't know, skinny brunette women eating a cupcake.
Being like, I'm the devil because I enjoy myself.
You're like, I'm fat because I'm having a cupcake.
I'm feeling fat today.
Yeah.
Tell me, Janet, what does being fat feel like?
Yeah.
What's the one mood that being fat is?
Fat's a feeling, as we all know.
Because let me tell you, fat's feeling pretty mad right now.
And it was all like just very, it was just that. And that was upsetting.
I love it.
What is this shit?
When I worked in Newport Beach, California.
Throwing off the name to stave off suspicion.
No, it's Newport Beach. You need to know the name so you know the people I'm dealing with. But there's this place called Casey's Cupcakes where the thinnest blonde woman I've ever seen in my life was trying to peddle me cupcakes. And I was like, if you don't taste them, how are you supposed to know if they're good or not?
And she was like, oh, I eat 30 a day.
And I was like, well, maybe that was my bias. You're right.
Yeah. I've always gotten, like, we definitely had kids in my, like, high school that had, like, really fast metabolisms and would eat everything.
Just shovel away food and it was just like,
notice. I'm still just waiting for the day that it turns against them. It's like, one day.
Well, you know, there was that whole thing that at Sprinkles, they weren't hiring people over a certain weight. It was, like, actual employment practice.
What is Sprinkles?
And they got... It's like a famous cupcake. It's a very Southern California cupcake place.
Sprinkles. Yeah.
Sprinkles cupcakes.
So they weren't hiring people.
Like fat people. Like they wouldn't hire people of a certain weight because they were like, it makes us look bad. And it's like, you're a fucking cupcake company, you dumb assholes.
Yeah, if anything, it makes you look good.
It makes you look delicious.
Yeah. Uh-huh. I wouldn't trust it.
No.
No. I like when the people serving the food look like they know
what the food tastes like.
Yeah.
Eating a cupcake from a skinny person is like eating candy from a van. It's dangerous.
Yeah.
And it's probably illegal.
And you probably are in trouble.
You're probably in trouble.
Get out. Yeah, I've watched cooking shows where it'd be like vegan chefs that are cooking meat, and it's not like, I'm sure you can cook the meat fine.
But do you know what a good meat is?
Do you know what a good meat is? Yeah.
Because I'm going to tell you right now, there are things that I don't like that I wouldn't know if they were good or not.
Right. Like, it'd be like if I tried to cook...
anything at all.
If I tried to make hummus.
The one thing you could think of, yes.
The one thing I can think of that because I'll eat most things, but like...
hummus isn't on it?
Or like do anything with olives. I hate olives.
Oh,
and if you were like cook
olive.
an olive dish, then I'd be like...
What do you cook with olives?
A tapenade? Was that what it's called?
I don't know. You obviously are very cultured. I have no idea.
An olive tapenade.
Uh-huh.
Tapenade.
Tapenade too,
yeah. Yeah, it's an Irish dish. Hey, got one for you to read.
Hey, I want it.
Okay.
Mexican dad at Fred Meyer's 72nd. To the handsome Mexican dad with his two, ? Daughters. This was Sunday, 11/17, around 5:30 p.m. We made smiling eye contact twice. When you headed towards the grocery section and as you passed me by a checkout headed towards the south end doors, man, if you ever want a massage, wink, let me know. You're quite handsome and a nice grin. Me, tall, short, graying hair, brown hair, jean jacket, Caucasian, ask me anything.
Nice.
Is that ask me anything just for anyone?
That's what I'm wondering. Like,
is it an open...
like a Reddit AMA?
Yeah, or like... Why do you go to that Fred Meyer's so much?
I'm into Mexican dads. Ask me anything.
Ask me anything. Why did you think there was only 2 or less daughters?
Yeah.
Like, why was how many daughters he had the question?
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah. You see
Are you a professional masseuse?
Yeah, what is the wink at the end of that implying?
Well, I think it's implying something sexual.
What?
But that's just one gateway. Why pick massage?
Well,
I don't know.
Easy access. You're already naked.
Yeah.
Or disrobed to your pleasure.
Okay.
To your comfort level.
That's true.
Yeah.
Massage.
How comfortable is that for you? I've never had a professional massage. If I had to say, answer that myself.
I think my thing is that when I am naked, I am less self-conscious and more nervous that I'm making other people nervous about me being naked. Does that make sense?
I'm trying to put it together.
So I'm like more like I don't know. Like, I think I've said this a lot before, but, like, a lot of my previous roommates, like, actual room, like, in my room, people that slept in the same room as me, like, in college, I had a roommate, and I would, like, start to accidentally get naked in front of her because I had no, like, that barrier wasn't there, and it was only me remembering when she looked slightly uncomfortable being like, oh, I need to not be naked right now.
Right.
So, to answer your question, I felt fine about it. I think if you go to a professional place, they also work very hard to make sure all your bits are covered all the time.
Yeah, if you get like a real professional place, yeah.
Like, a guy massaged my butt, and I was not nervous at all. In fact, I was like, can you, like, really go to town? Because my butt hurts all the time. So, like,
And
punch me in the butt so hard.
It.
And get the spit. Can you empty my spilt valve while you're at it? I need to tune up.
Yeah. There's that new massage service that, hey, if you want to send us money to sponsor your shit, let us know. But
is it like Uber or like
they come to you.
Grubhub? Oh, I hate it. I wouldn't want that.
That seems very uncomfortable.
That's too much.
Like for me here, like Mishka barking around, like I couldn't have a massage here.
No. And you know what? I would never be naked in my own home.
Yeah. And just the wait, what? But also just the like weirdness of like a person's gonna show up, probably bring like a weird suitcase or big thing.
Table? Yeah, they
bring
their
a
own
table and
table.
a box. And like my neighbor's gonna see this person enter the room and stay there for like
I feel like that's a really good cover for a murder. I think we were just trying to make murders are easy to happen.
I mean basically
Because who else would walk into a room with a giant briefcase and a bunch of tools and be inside with your naked body for several hours?
Yeah, or it's just like I mean there's like dog walking services where it's just like you just we set up a key system on your door with a code and we know it.
I don't like
know
that.
the code.
I don't like that.
We know the code. And we'll be able to come walk your dog at any time of the day or night.
I just don't trust it. I don't trust it. Sorry.
Yeah, I'd much rather get murdered in an actual massage parlor.
Agreed.
Yes.
Agreed.
Surrounded by candles and loved ones.
Oof.
Ugh. Ugh.
So good.
Wink. Wink. I really did like that Ask Me Anything at the end because it was like, what?
What do you want me to ask you? Anything.
How many questions do you think someone might have in response to this?
A couple.
All right, person flirting with me through the internet. I have some questions, and I'm going to ask them.
Okay, I know this is a little non-passe. Did you find something you loved in another section? Because I found something I loved in another section.
I found something that I very much liked, but I don't know if I'd say loved.
Okay.
But do you want to save it for the end?
Yeah.
Okay. Good. We'll save it. Do you think we have time for one more? Do you want to wrap it up?
We should probably wrap it up, right? We can do one more.
Viewers, if
You want
you're
one more.
listening,
Slam that like button.
slam that like button. Well, I can just give you another one right here.
Do it. Just do it.
Just a real quick short one.
DQ girl. I can't help to stare every time I go through the DQ drive-thru. You have a beautiful smile and eyes that stare straight into my eyes every time I go. Maybe there's a mutual interest? The drive-thru.
The drive-thru. I didn't even notice that upon selecting it.
I also like the eyes that stare straight into my eyes.
Yeah, where else should her eyes stare?
My eyes are up here.
Yeah.
Well, there's a whole phrase existing for that very reason. Because sometimes eyes don't look at eyes.
Okay, but if you're the person in the drive-thru and you're just used to
Keep your eyes on the fries. That's what they say at the drive-thru. No personal connection. Keep your eyes on the fries.
Okay. Hi.
Pass those hot, greasy potato strips out that window. Get it over with.
Okay, I'm not gonna look at you in the eyes.
Slap a ham patty on those buns and slide it out the door.
Okay, ma'am, I'm just gonna hand you your bag.
Tickle me with a sliced pickle and call it a night.
I don't want to do that unless you want me to. Then I will, I guess.
I love the Dairy Queen.
I'm not looking at you. Just take the bag. And you know what? You don't have to pay. It's fine. Oh God. Oh God.
We should always have sound effects
Foley
available
artists?
to us.
Yes. We should come up with a Foley board. Yeah, your beautiful smile and eyes that stare straight into my eyes.
Right into my eyes.
Right into my eyes.
Right into my eyes.
That's how I know there's maybe a mutual interest. If you said it before, you've said it again. The
What?
people who are paid to interact with
are
you.
not paid enough.
Well,
Number
there's that.
one.
Number one. And it's not like you're leaving a big enough tip at a Dairy Queen drive-thru to
I don't think they allow tipping.
I don't think they do.
I'm going to be honest.
No. Dairy Queen drive-thru. You can't even be bothered to get inside the Dairy Queen?
You can't even bother to praise at the altar of the Dairy Queen.
You can't even be bothered to enter the temple of the Queen of Dairy?
You can't even suckle at the nipple of the Dairy Queen.
You can't bask in the glow of the DQ Blizzard when they do the thing where they have to turn it upside down.
I will tell you, I regularly do that with ice cream things, and it's very exciting and exhilarating.
Well, you shouldn't do it with other ice cream because you'll just make a mess because DQ is the only one with the patented technology.
They're special.
They're special. They have to do that. Isn't that weird?
Must.
What if, like, every drive-thru had it, or
What if
every,
you
like,
had, like,
fast food
a-
establishment had a thing like that?
Where they had to do some inane request. Like at McDonald's, if you ask them, they have to put the ketchup between their teeth and squeeze.
Yeah, not even if you ask them. Just every time you order a
Extra
McDouble.
ketchup. Oh.
Or, like, every time you go into Wendy's, they have to, like, put their burger through a square hole just to show you how not round it is. Like, you're the hole in which you have to reach for your food is a square
hole.
and a circle will not fit through it. So you have to reach in and pull it out. They're like, see?
You see?
It's a Wendy's
We're
burger.
just as good as DQ.
Patented square patty technology. Or like, I don't even know. What else is it? Like Jack in the Box curly fries have to come down a chute that a normal fry couldn't go down. Yeah.
They have to go through a whirlpool.
They have to go through a little whirlpool.
A little tiny whirlpool.
And you just have to hold
Or
out the
they just
fry
have to
basket.
spring them one by one into your mouth.
Hold the fry carton, sir. Here they come.
Doing.
Doing. Boing.
Boing.
Boing. I think every fast food establishment, like Taco Bell.
Well, let's start a petition.
Let's start a petition.
Let's start it.
It's like, this is the fast food equivalent of like Benihana, food magic that they when they make the little onion steam volcano. I want that. I want to be.
I saw a video of somebody getting set on fire at a Benihana, and it made me really nervous.
That's part of the thrill of
That's
Benihana's,
not-
right? You
it's
might
not,
get in
it's
a
not.
terrible food accident.
I don't want to burn.
Like, this food is dangerous.
No.
Yeah. You could have a delicious meal. You could die tonight here because I don't know.
I'm just going to say Benihana isn't that good.
It's
Their
not.
food's very sad.
It's fine. It's all about the
the show.
presentation.
It's not showing.
And sometimes it's awkward. It's like, I'm the only one in this Benihana's at like 2 PM. I just wanted a quick lunch. Like, can I not?
No, we have to do the onion tower.
Sir, I'm not going to eat the onion because I'm allergic to it.
You want to catch an egg in your hat?
No, I'm not wearing a hat. Well, thank you for the hat you just put on my head. Well,
Now there's an egg in it.
Okay, great. And they're like doing the thing where they're like gonna give you your food, but they flip over the thing so it's not actually falling on your
Is it
plate.
a beating
They're like,
heart or is it just fried rice?
I just want the food. I have 5 minutes left of my fucking lunch break.
Showtime. Open your mouth.
Sir.
I'm going to put a live chicken in your mouth.
Sir, next time I will order to go. Is that what you want?
I just wanted to be a performer.
Well, you picked a wrong line of work, my friend.
I don't think I did.
What was really annoying is like he kept doing all that shit at the Taco Bell he used to work at.
He never stopped.
And they're like, sir, just...
He used those taco shells as those things.
That-
Castanets.
That's not how you make a Crunchwrap Supreme, Jeremy. Like,
You don't put a little crown on it?
no, Jeremy, you're fired. I'm sorry. I love your mom, but you're fired.
You love my mom?
Yeah, I love your mom, and that.
Are you in love with my mom?
Yeah, well, she.
Are
vouched
you
for
my new stepdad?
Jeremy, do not.
You're the worst Taco Bell manager ever.
Hey, there's no way to talk to your stepfather.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what you have to do when you drive through at Taco Bell. They become your new stepdad.
Okay, sure, that's fine.
That's theirs.
Okay, I
Use
like it.
wedding bells.
Wow. Yeah.
What was that?
It was Waluigi from the Mario universe. It was
Yeah.
like him, but
Wow.
really just mellowed out.
That made me sad.
Wow.
We should end this podcast
yeah.
on a low note.
Okay. No. That's a note from which you will dunk on this ending.
Donk.
Dunk on it. Anyway, thank you so much. We are going to end with Sarah's final
It's good. You're
thing.
gonna want to stick around for it.
Really looking forward to it. If it's better than mine. If it's better than Waluigi. Thank you so much for listening to Craig's Essential Crisis. If you like what you hear, consider leaving a rating, reviewing us in the Apple Podcast app.
Do it.
Helps us get found. Tell a friend who would like the show. Like us on Facebook. Follow us on Instagram or Twitter for like bonus content. We've definitely posted some fun stuff that you're not going to see unless you're there. So do all that shit.
If you have a misconnection of your own and you want to send it to us, or a personal ad you want us to share with the world, like if you think that you have a misconnection that we can help you amplify your platform for, send it to us at Craig's Cry Pod, that's CRAIG pod at gmail.com, or send it to any of our social media spots and we will read it on the air.
Yeah, do you think if we asked Rosie to write us a little jingle to help people remember our damn email?
Craig Cry Pod. Yeah, that's the other thing. We'd like to thank our New York star, Rosie Sherman, for the intro music. She wrote it herself. She's a talented musician. Follow her at Hey Shermy on Instagram. Our next episode is going to be on in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So happy Turkey Day.
Happy Turkey Day.
Happy Turkey Day 1 week from this day.
Yeah, if you were sitting around with a family at a Turkey Day meal and listening to this podcast, we're so
You're
sorry.
a week early. Oh.
And we're sorry.
And we're sorry.
And we're sorry.
For that bird.
Or you're just late to listen.
Oh.
You're listening
I
late.
can't imagine nobody listens the first day this comes out.
You're right. Yep, next episode's going to be out in 2 weeks. And now, to close out, let's take a dip into another section of America's favorite list.
This is my new favorite section, which is the gigs section, so go to town.
Okay, here we go. Sliding scale juggling lessons. Smiley face.
I think it's a juggler.
Okay.
I think it's juggling things.
Yeah, it's like a ellipses.
It's about
3.
14 emojis afterwards.
Dot, dot, dot.
Get to the juice. Get to the juice. Get to the juice.
Okay. We are a nonprofit offering free and donation-based juggling lessons in the Portland area. Juggling is shown to counter the effects of brain dysfunction, such as Alzheimer's disease and others in people of all ages, and is one of the only things that has been repeatedly proven to increase the size of the visual and motor center of the brain. Juggling is also an ancient spiritual practice that has existed since ancient Egyptian times. Thank you. .org.
Should we not say their website on
I don't know, maybe I'll bleep it out. Ay, ay, ay.
Oh, what a way to end.
Colin Bigelow.
I'm Sarah Thompson.
This is the band.
Craig's Existential Crisis.